Hello and welcome to Adventures on the Hero's Journey. Today we are going to do some rapid progression, and by rapid progression I mean I'm going to cut out everything except for the boss kills. Now, I've been busy on Yurd here, or Paladin Monk Berserker. I am still level 50, but I farmed up 850 AA. So we're going to switch our experience to pure experience now. We're going to level up during this, right? Like when we get to Sibyllus, we will obviously get at least one level. And the goal is I want to get to 60, right? When we would need to do progression. So first up here, we're at Lord Nagavan's lair, and I've already cleared all the giants, so we can just come in here and give him a howdy do, if you will. Now, the build is not complete. I have not completed all the AAs that would be required for this, but we are fairly close. I spent quite a while in Vexar farming AAs, and then I moved on to Sasara Temple to do the mines there. And then from there, I moved on to Dragon Necropolis to kind of get some experience there. And Nagavan is dead. Obviously not that hard with our gear set, but let's go and hail him. So that updates our quest here. For that, let's see what kind of loots we got. We got a Cloak of Flames, a drum, and stuff. Let's take a picture. I don't even think I have a picture of this one. So there we go. Yurd Nagavan. All right, let's go ahead. So I'm gonna run off to Permafrost, and we'll kill Vox next. All right, because I'm dumb and I fell down the hole. We're gonna go and engage Vox now. She should be right down here. There we go. There she is. So this is, you know, kind of a fun little boss rush, right? There's not a like I don't have the burns, right? There's a few more burn abilities that I should, you know, pick up as soon as I can, but truly I don't really need them. Like Warcry, you know, like these mobs are just dying so fast right now. But you can see we're healing ourselves with our weapon proc, and then we get, you know, some pretty good crits over here, so it's pretty nice. All right, let's hail the memory. Well, there we go. We finished a step. For that quest, we hit 51. The quest, you know, for the classic progression is done, so that means we're flagged for Kunarg. Let's take a picture. Done. Let's see what we got. We got a good belt. Not a belt, but a sack there. That's perfect. Let's throw that in our bag. And then we got a white dragon tooth. These are fantastic. They summon pets. Those alone are the reason to, like, run this stuff here, this lower level stuff over and over and over again. But all right, so we're done with Nagavan and Vox. We're off to Talendor at 51. Alrighty, here is a Talendor. Let's see how well we do against him at 51. Should be an interesting fight. Let's see here. What does Savage Spirit even do? I haven't even looked at these up. It's a class ability. Savage Spirit. Oh, never mind. Talendor bites the Grotdust. Alright, so Field of Rage. Massive criticals. Alright, so that's a burn ability. Nice. And we got another bag. Alright. And we got the Echo. Let's hail him. I don't know if you have to hail it all the time. I think it's like account bound. Right. Let's get a beautiful picture of this Talendor kill here. Alright, so Talendor is dead. What is next? What are we going to do next? And I think Velius is going to be the next target for our current attacks. Luckily, so one thing that is kind of cool, we did get the Torn Burnt Book, which is required for the Paladin Epic. We're going to be doing that twice, actually, because I want to have the Epic, and then I want to turn the Epic in for a transmog. So we're going to do that. So next up is Severius, so we're going to Emerald Jungle. Alright, here is Severius, and let's go and get started here. Let's do Savage Fear, see what that does to him. 828 critical Divine Might. I'm not seeing any bigger hits over here. There's an 861 crit. There we go. 700. Not too bad. Normal hits, I guess. Alright, let's kill this Lich. Or Leech. Alright. And target him. Hail. There's the memory. Let's get a picture. There we go. And what do we get? Another bag. Wow. 2 Cloaks of Flames. Emissary of Thule. Sunstrike. Wow, we got a nice little loot bag out of this guy. Alright, let's throw this one right here. Emissary of Thule is actually a kind of rare spell, so I'm going to set that one aside. Everything else is what it is. Alright, so what was that? Now, the next dragon is Gorenair, so that's where we're headed next. Alright, here is Gorenair. Let's go ahead and take her out. Now, if she slows us, that'll be the hard part. Like, if she slows us, but we should be able to, there we go. We just thwacked her out with a cleaving blow ×2. Very nice. And we got the second book we need. Alright, let's hail the memory. And hail them, and let's loot this stuff here. So this allows us to complete, I think, Soulfire or the first part. I don't remember which one it is. Next up is Venril Sathir. Alrighty, we've cleared to Venril Sathir right here. Let's go ahead and whack him down. He's undead. 27,000 crit. And then, no, we reposted a 27,000 Slay Undead with a follow-up of 24,000. And we hit that other guy for 32,000. There we go. Get a picture of that guy. And what do we get here? We got Tolan legs, and we got another pair of the Ancient Shazar gauntlet. Now, we got those on the pet class guy when we made him. So those are actually phenomenal legs. Alright, so that is the 3 dragons plus Venril Sathir. That leaves a Trakanon, so we're gonna go to Trakanon now. Alrighty, so we hit 53 leveling, just fighting down here. Now I did clear the crypt, and I did clear the whatever the side over here where the chef is, where that AoE weapon can drop. I did clear all that stuff, and I cleared everything up to this point. So I don't really have a plan. Usually I use Levitate to kind of cheese the juggernauts that are up here a little bit, you know, further down, but I don't have a Levitate because I didn't farm a cloak. So that is, you know, add that to the to-do list, a million things to do. But you know what? I'm feeling like we can handle this at 53. We're just gonna go in here and probably one-shot him because he is undead, right? He is not undead. Trakanon is not undead. All right. Okay. I can handle this. We're good. We're good. That is weird that he's not undead. There we go, Trakanon down. Let's kill the Protector now. There we go, looking good. Getting some heals here. Now, we do not have a sympathetic healing weapon yet. And truly, that is something I need to find. That'll improve all our healing, I believe. At least the ones we cast, because I do cast Ethereal Cleansing. That's one of the heals we have right now. It's our heal over time spell. I do try to keep that up a little bit when I can, but there are some quest spells that we are going to have to go do from the what is it? Gulf of Guntharg expansion, whatever that is. So we're going to be doing those at some point. But there we go. Trakanon is down. We'll just kill the rest of these jugs and see what he has to say. Look at me. Look, it looks like it looks kind of cool, like the model. I mean, like, some people like the new model, some people don't. But I like it. It is. Let's see if we get a profile shot there. All right, let's see what this guy gave us here. So we got a Cloak of Piety, a legendary, which is not too bad of a cloak. I'm gonna set that right there. We got an Enchanted Poison Mantle. Not really seeing the joy in that one there. Then we got some spells. Nothing really to write home about there. And obviously the Dragon Tooth. And there is the memory right there. Hail him. Alright, so that is Talendor, Sev, Trakanon, Gornair. That means we are into Velius. So the Velius mobs are Zlandikar, Klandicar, Wushi, and there's one other one. I can't remember. Well, oh no, Dozakar. So Dozakar and TOV. So that is the direction we're going to be heading. So thank you. Alrighty. So next up we got the Dain. I figured he was an easy little kill. We can practice, see, you know, where we are in Velius here. So we got broken model Dain here. Let's go ahead and start this. Ah! I hate that. I hold down right click, it goes on the off the side of the screen because of the way the windowing works in this old client, and it minimizes it because, you know, reasons, right? It's not a true full screen. There we go. One guard down. Come on. There you go. And let's see here. What do we got going on? We don't really have many things to click at the moment. Alright, let's get rid of this servant girl here. Don't know why she even attacked. I might have rampaged. Alright, so let's see here. We're taking some damage. We're not really recovering much of that health at the moment, so let's throw a heal on us. What do I got? I got 5 full greater heal, so that's about all the healing we're gonna have. So this might be a good push. So this boss rush run will end as soon as we die to one of these guys. We're gonna do Zlandikar next, so they'll give us you know, nice. Well, we do have lay hands and hand of piety, which are two heals that'll keep us going. But looks like we're good there. I'm gonna do another cleansing, and good. So now, you know, now we're getting into the bosses. They got like hit points and stuff like that. They're gonna be a little bit more fun. Let's war cry. See if we can get some more crits and speed out of this. You can see we get some pretty good hits. Undead is our you know, our real good target there. We get a lot of misses. Our accuracy is not that high, I don't believe, at the moment. We are missing some attack augs. We don't have any. Our haste is only 85%, which doesn't make sense. I think I had enchanter haste, but I guess it wore off. There you can see we're starting to take some damage from this. We're not really recovering it as much as I would like. So maybe when Min comes back up, we might get a little heal out of that. Hopefully at this point I've maximized my Min, but you can see my multi-bind here. It's got 2 stuns and like every single ability, plus attack on, divine stun, and battle leap. Now divine stun and all the stuns do have a chance to heal us. It's a group heal, so that is why I spam those, is for that heal. Right now I just do cease and desist. I think at 60 we'll, you know, reevaluate some of these spells. This is just what I've had, and I don't want to change them up. But they do damage and stuff like that, so we're not losing much there. So we're getting a little health back. We're spending a little health. Let's do another cleansing just to keep that kind of rolling there. stuff. And we are currently 53. We will probably hit 54 killing this guy, so that will be kind of nice. Let's see here. Do I have any? I don't have any AAs. I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. We're back to full health. So one of the benefits is we have Holy Shield, right? So that gives us a rune, and then it heals us also. Along with every time we swing our weapon, we do get a chance to heal ourselves. So you can see all these extra heals going out there. And then I like Ethereal Cleansing because it's a heal over time. I did put a few points into that, so we are getting some of those crits and stuff from there. But you can see we're doing okay. The weapon, so we are using a legendary Kane's Bow Staff of Fury, and it has 2 life tab gems in it, along with it proccing a life tab. So that is kind of our sustain at the moment. I don't know. I was thinking about putting a healing gem in there instead. I have life tab, you know, the best life tab gem plus the second best, right? And just doing like the best life tab plus the best heal. But kind of, you know, like I get the extra damage, right? I get what Strength of Health 5 is doing, what, almost 300 damage per proc. Serpent's Bite does, you know, 592 crits plus 15 critical heals on that. So there's a lot going on. It's like sustain wise. So it's pretty nice. I like Dain has low damage output, so you know, it's kind of something interesting to keep in mind here. Now Dain is at what, 11% here. He's about to enrage. He just did. So I gotta turn off attack. Just in case. I don't want to risk it. He's no longer enraged, so we can go back into this. There are a few other AAs we can pick up later on that will give us a little bit more sustain, a little bit more, you know, attack. So like this build feels like it's gonna need like 2,000 to 2,500 AAs. There we go. Dain down and 54 level. So there we go. Let's take a picture of that. All right, let's see what Dain gave us. He's not a progression one, but he's nice. So we get the head, which is pretty nice. I can turn that into something, and we get the hammer. Perfect. I thought I had a hammer already. I do. I don't have it on my bar though for some reason. There we go. I don't know why. I do have a Mournfellow, which is another weapon that it looks pretty nice. I haven't leveled it up yet, but it heals you when you proc, so instead of life tap, it heals. So something else. All right, so I think Klandicar is next, and then we'll do Klandicar after him. All right, all the trash is down, and we are ready to engage Klandicar. There he is, right there. Just run up to him. I think he's undead. I don't know. We'll find out here, like, really quick. Nope, he is not undead. Oh man, there's nothing here that's undead. Hoping to get like a, you know, a nice undead kill on him, but here we go. All right, so he's at what, 70%. We're holding strong at 100% HP. So this is working really well. We just battle leaped for that extra, like, I think it's like 20 or 30% extra damage. But you can see we're getting, you know, some nice 600 hits there. We still need some more AAs to fix our misses and our rip posts and all that nonsense, so we can get all those in. We are going to want to stop attack at Enrage if he gets there, and we don't like finish him with anything else. There we go. Not too bad at all. Much easier than Dain, I will admit. It doesn't even look like he enraged that I see. Alright, and he's a progression mob, so let's go and nail him. There we go. Klandicar down. So what do we get here? We got the hat, some spells, we got the talisman, and all that. So let's loot all that stuff. Perfect. All right, so next up is let's do Klandicar. All right, instead of Klandicar, we're gonna do Kelorek Dar, because I don't have the Siren's Grotto waypoint. All right, he actually stunned me. Ooh. All right, let's see if we can get this guy here. So he's gonna be, I don't know what difficulty compared to like some of the other ones, but it's not gonna be too bad, I don't think. Looks like we're be able to sustain him. The stun is obviously gonna be definitely one of the harder attacks he's gonna have. As long as it doesn't land on us, we should be fine. There we go. We still have to kill Wuxi, Klandicar, and Dozakar. So we're gonna do Dozakar last in this boss run, but well, not if we don't die, it's not the last, but you know what I mean. We'll go into Luckland mobs after Dozakar, but he's gonna be the last Velius one. Maybe we'll jump in and try Avatar War. Alright, I think we might be able to not do it, but let's see. I think Avatar War would be a good one to see how far we can get, if we can get all the other ones down. Maybe, yeah, there we go. We got him. And there's the memory. He's running away. Hail him. Looks like we got it. Alright, we didn't get a screenshot of the last few. Let's get a screenshot of this guy. Let's turn around. I think he looks pretty cool. Alright, let's see what we got here. Absolute junk. Absolute junk. And two of the same spell. Not bad at all. Alright, so next we need to go to Klandicar, so that's through Siren's Grotto. So I'm going to run that way now. Alright, so we're running up on Klandicar right now. There he is. Beforehand, I think he dispels, so I did buy an Amulet of Necropotence to kind of deal with the dispel. Let's make sure we have all our clickies on at the moment, and we're good to go. I got dispelled by something in Klandikar's room, so. Now, Klandicar, I feel, is harder than some of the other mobs in this expansion. Mostly because of his fear. And if he doesn't fear us, which he won't, because we do have Fearless, but you can see there, he dispelled our Yelp. So he does dispel. But he won't fear us because of the AA, so it should be good there. He's at, what, 50%? So we're doing pretty good. He's hitting us, you know, for 500. But looks like we are able to handle that. Let's get turn so we don't get hit in the back by this Gravid Drake. I'm not going to switch to it. I'm going to do Devastation Destructive Force. And that should cleave onto the Drake, in theory. There we go, we got dispelled again. But he's down. Klandicar is down. And the Drake is down. Alright, so we can hail the Faded Memory. Alright, we're done with that. Take a look at the loot here. We got some good spells like Focus and stuff like that. We got another Sleeper's Key there. No, I can't turn in my Sleeper's Key yet, because I do not have Levitate. I'm probably gonna farm up a Pegasus Cloak just so I can get Levitate for this guy. But alright, so that's Klandicar. He's down. Next up, we're gonna go for Wuxi. Alright, we're running up on Wuxi right now. He's just right around the corner here. Oh, I guess he's a little further away than I thought, but he's right here. Somewhere at the Druid Ring. There he is, right there. And let's engage. Now he does have a damage shield. I do not have an Abashi's Rod, so I cannot dispel that. I guess there is a maybe Paladin spell I can use, but I don't have it up at the moment. I don't have DA up at the moment either, so I can't memorize that spell. But he's almost dead. I don't think we're gonna have too much trouble here. Let's go ahead and do a cleansing, and boom. There we go. Let's hail the Faded Memory. Well, we can loot him, I guess. Let's hail the Faded Memory. I hit F instead of H. We got, you know, basic stuff. Nothing I'm too concerned about. Alright, so next up is going to be Kale. I'm going to go back into Kale. We're going to try to do the Avatar War. Win or fail, we will still try Dozakar afterwards. Kale is not progression, so if we die to the Avatar of War, then we kind of can level set where we are as a build and where we're at with the AAs and stuff. But we should be able to kill Dozakar. So I'm going to head off to Kale and get that going. Alrighty, we're ready for Tormax. I've cleared up to him, and we're at 55 now. So I did go and purchase some of our spells. I don't know which ones are actually them. Resist magic, restoration. I don't even... Restoration. That sounds like a res. Let's check that one real quick. Is that a res? Yeah. That's a res. That's not useful. I don't think any of these other ones are level 55. No, then we got some stuff over here. Some disciplines from Monk Beastlord, or Monk Berserker. But doesn't look like any of those were actually usable at level 55, were they? Alright, so nothing of use. I did buy a few more spells, but it didn't really change this. Now, I was gonna split these guys off, but then I noticed he's dual wielding, they're dual wielding. I think this is gonna be a challenging little encounter. Might as well play it up and see what we can do. So we're gonna kill the ads first. Theoretically, jeez, they're already chunking us down. 83% on us, and oh yeah, we're good. Oh gosh, I thought he was dead. Crag the Slayer here. All right, let's heal. Oof, oof. Let's move back a little bit so we can get this. I'm gonna hand to Piety right now. See if we can break this other guy down. 37%. Alright, now we got Tormax alone. And we can get our health back up. We're not having to deal with two mobs attacking us at the same time. Which will be good. So we're going to do, I think Thunder Kick should be fine. We are kicking on cooldown, so that should be fine. I'm not going to do... not going to do any defensive things right at this moment. Just checking everything we got going on. It's looking pretty good. Yelp is up. Did I get a new Yelp? I thought I could have swore I saw one. No, not yet. So Tormax is at 87. We are at 47. This is kind of this is a little bit more challenging, a little bit more hit points. If we can't take down Tormax, we can't take down the Avatar War. It's plain and simple. This is dual wielding Tormax, so he's slightly harder. All right, Thunder Kick is still going. Not sure if that's giving us... It should give us harder kicks, right? We should be seeing critical kicks down here. But I'm not 100% sure. There we go, 1200 kick. Yeah, we're seeing the kicks. We're getting some heals back there. I'm going to do another ethereal cleansing, which didn't land. There we go. That should give us a little bit of healing there. I'm going to do a wave. There we go, that's a good heal. Let's see, we got greater healing. Let's see how much that heals us for. I mean, it's definitely a DPS loss to cast, so definitely not our best best move right there. So 72% on Tormax. Let's see here. What do I got? What do I got? Tiger Claw, everything. Pommel, Bash. Everything's going. Alright, let's do Cleaving Rage Discipline. This is a Berserker one that makes every single hit a critical. So you can see there, every single hit is definitely a critical. That is a nice little discipline. Like Mighty Strike from Warrior, right? Desist. So this one lasts for a little good while here. I don't know what the timer is on that. But that is nice. Let me see here. Rage Volley, 321. Oh yeah, I wasn't sure what... I wasn't sure about this. 321, what is... Distracting Strike. Alright, we're gonna take this. Get rid of that. Alright, there we go. Volley should be more DPS. Now... I don't think it uses... Like, I have these Bone Slicer axes. I don't think those actually get used. So, let's heal. See if that gets us up a little bit of health there. We got a critical, exceptional heal. Perfect. That's gonna be what saves us there. Alright, Tormax is at 44%. And I think I'm just trying to think of what I could do next. I think I took the right one out there, right? Right, yeah, Rage Volley got used. It's a 30-second reuse. Let's re-heal. This might be kind of where we need to get the quick casting single target heal, like from the Gulf of Gunthark questline, whatever it is there. We're at 34%. I'm not feeling like we can take Avatar at this point, but it's kind of still up in the air, I think. Heal, there we go. Just throw a wave of healing in there. It doesn't, like, if it doesn't crit, it doesn't do enough. It's only like 500 healing. So it's not really giving us what we need at this point. Now, what does this mean? I don't think we, I'm honestly not thinking we could take Dozakar either. Unless he's undead. Like, unless Dozakar is undead, I don't think we can handle him yet. And truly, I do not know what I could put into anything, really, to really get us... Like, we could get some more damage and stuff, but we don't have enough sustain with my current spell set. Now, that might just be getting to 60, getting a few new spells, you know, getting some higher damage mitigation caps, right? That might be what we need next. But you can see there, I died. I was about to hit lay hands. I guess he rampaged. Yeah, he rampaged and I wasn't paying attention. So there we go. Yeah. Okay. I think we can kill him for sure. I don't really feel like going back and trying that. I say we go make an attempt at a Dozakar and go from there. So I'm going to run off to TOV and we'll do Dozakar. Alright, so I've cleared everything from the zone in all the way to Dozakar the Cursed. And I cleared these side rooms a little bit, so we shouldn't have any issue. Like there's a video I made in between these this part of this video and that. So I went and got Light of Life and had to do the ethereal cleansing quest, but we already had that spell. So we now have, you know, a quick casting self heal. This is what is this? 410 points for 0.9 seconds. It's our best heal we get at the moment, so it's gonna be pretty good. I also upgraded 2 other items, so we get Sympathetic Strike 5, which is the best we can do at the moment, which will add a little bit of extra damage. I believe it's, where is it at? It says, it doesn't say how much damage, but it looks to be like 400, 700. So it's a little bit more extra damage. So when we cast stuns, and then we get, I bought a Staff of Elder Claws, which is the Sympathetic Healing 6 item, which adds a little bit more healing. It's almost more than what the spell heals for. So that's really nice, because this is 215 mana, and the requirement for this is a spell that costs 200 and at least level 40. So we're gonna give it a shot here. I have my Necropotence amulet buff, the Illusion of Skeleton, in my first slot. This guy does Dispel, and I don't think it's resistible. So let's so you can see we already got Dispelled. So we'll see how we're doing with this guy here. We should just keep him on pretty much. Keep that up. That's all we got to do, and we should be fine. As you can see there, we're taking some massive damage, so I'm gonna start healing. So 1 heal does, you know, pretty good. It's if we can sustain it. I'm definitely curious about that. But this guy hits, you know, like a truck, so that's pretty much our rotation is do as much damage as we possibly can. I'm going to do Thunder Kick Discipline here and just try to get some of this damage out that we can get. I'm going to War Cry when I do Cleaving Rage, because that's going to be a crit for every single thing we do. So that'll be kind of a nice little bonus there. I should probably get Ethereal Cleansing up, because that is worth casting. And then Cease and Desist, you know, they do a little bit of damage and they add to that Sympathetic Strike. So definitely getting a little extra damage there. So you can see there, we're kind of healing back. You know, I'm not going to heal until we get to 50%, I think. That's probably just going to be the best course of action there. So what are we at? 67% on Dozakar. I think we can take him. As long as we get lucky on some stuff, and if I have to, I'll lay hands at, you know, 10% or so, just to make sure we survive. Hopefully. 68%. All right, that's down. So I'm gonna do Savage Spirit Cleaving. All right, Savage Spirit is apparently a discipline and not a AA. All right, so we're low. Let's heal. You can see there we got from 50 to 90 with a 2300 point crit, and that came from the Healing Burst, not from the actual spell. So that was nice. Let's do another heal just to top us off there. Ooh, didn't even do anything. There we go, 91. He's hitting hard. He's at 39%, so Savage Spirit, whatever the hell that does, I don't know yet. I haven't learned all of the Beast Lord. Oh, I think I missed it a spell or two there. Oof. That's not good. Let's throw up Yelp. There we go. I'm not sure what we lost, but it was something. Alright, let's get Ethereal Cleansing. Alright, Savage Spirit's still going. Perfect. Redo that. Let's heal. Alright, we're at 20%. We need to watch Enrage now. Don't like if I honestly feel like the Enrage is random between like 20 and 3%. I don't know exactly the full mechanic on it, but I've had Tormax Enrage at like 20% on one of my other characters, so I'm curious to know exactly how the mechanic works. There he goes, he's enraged. Entering enrage, I'm gonna heal myself just to top myself off. Get ethereal cleansing. He's no longer enraged. Bring him home here. And boom, down. All right. Oh my gosh, that was effort. All right, let's hail him. So at this point, we are now flagged to do anything in Luckland. So that is nice. What do we get here? We got the serrated, emerald, and black. I can't remember if any of those are useful. But there we go. Now, can we go any further? That is the real question. Can we kill more dragons? To me, the hardest dragon is Aronar right here. I think we can get to him. I don't know if we can get past him. He has a mana drain. It's a magic-based mana drain. I have 571 magic resist, which is pretty good, right? I think it'll you know, probably be enough to resist it. I know the last time I did it with one of my characters, I resisted it every time. So as long as we resist it, we can heal ourselves. We don't have any gimmicks to heal other than ourselves to heal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start clearing up there, and we'll continue this boss run until I die. I think at this point, we already know I can't kill Tormax, where I couldn't kill Tormax beforehand. And that was probably because I didn't have, you know, the sympathetic healing and stuff. And now we have that. We now have a better self-heal instead of greater heal. So I think we could go back and do Avatar War, which if we can get through TOV, we'll go back and we'll do that, because by the time I'm done with this, my timer for Kale will be up in 9 hours. So I'm going to clear all the way to what's the first one here? Dozakar the Venom, and then we'll kill Issue in the Sky, and we'll work our way through. All right, so we might get Dozakar in this pull right here. Yeah, we did. So there's a lot of mobs in this pull right here. Hopefully we can withstand it while we beat everything down. But you see here, he's the giant werewolf in there. Now the little ones, they don't have as many hit points, so they're not really a big deal. Well, typically they're lower hit points. Jeez, I feel like I'm missing a lot. Riposts and stuff, you know. I'm missing that AA, but we should be able to get this guy, no problem. Let's get a heal. Looks like I lost some buffs while I was AFK. Not 100% sure which ones. Oh, there we go. Heal. Alright, perfect. This new heal is just fantastic. And the fact that all the heals are target to target, by default, it just makes them even more perfect. Alright, let's see here. Okay, our damage is going pretty good. I'm not going to burn any disciplines on this guy, because I don't think we need them. But I did hit, obviously, 56. That should be in the in-between there. Just clearing trash on the way up here. Which was all the trash over here. I clear everything over there. So I got all the symbols. I'm trying to make a few items still there. Might as well get them while we can, but here we are. Alright, this guy. I mean, we're hitting him for like 1,400. I mean, we're doing pretty good hits on this guy. He's just got so much So much hit points. I'm trying to think of how we could even increase the damage of this build. Right, so I have the best in slot weapon already. So there's a few items like I got the range, the gloves, the boots. I think everything else is legendary. Maybe the belt. Yeah, the belt's still to go. So I almost got them all upgraded, but I don't think until we get all those upgraded are we going to be, really set. But now, this build uses attack augs. Now, there's only one attack aug that I know of in the game. And this is what the build recommends. The rage augs here. They polish chunks. These are 13,000 each for 15 attack. The enchanted version doesn't really change anything. And the legendary version doesn't change anything. So we need a bunch of those. And those only drop in VP. So we might I might do a video because I haven't killed Farladar on any of my characters yet. So that might be a video that we can do after this. And then I'll have to, I'm gonna try to clear multiple times until we can get enough augs to fill up all the spots on all the gear here, which should put us at the attack cap, right? So there we go. There's Ikatar, the Venom. So let's see here. Ikatar, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Let's grab all these guys. All right. So I'm not even gonna cut it here. Ish in the Sky is like literally the next room over. Oh, we got some trash here. So Ish in the Sky is like literally right on the next room. And hopefully we can split some of the trash off from him, because that is like 4 larger drakes plus the names. So that might be a little bit more challenging, a little bit more DPS incoming. We have, a lot of defensive AAs, but there's only so much you can do. And there's a lot of these little things here. Now, we don't have AAs on, but these are usually like 1 AA a pop at level 60. So that'll be nice. We're at only 56, so 4 more levels. We'll turn AAs back on. Maybe I will max out the experience bar before we do that. Just because I'm getting pretty close to Planes of Power, right? So once that unleashes, we can hit 65. I don't know where the level cap will get increased. Like, I'm flagged for Planes of Power, right, for this account. So I would assume I can go to 65 right away. But we'll see here. Alright, what do we got in this room here that is left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, 4 drakes and the big drake. I think that's the best we're gonna do. I don't think you can split these off. I'm not even gonna try. Just go in here and whack them all down. Hopefully we can face tank these. This will give us a good indicator if we can actually do Aronar. Because if we can't face tank this, we're not going to be able to kill him. That's pretty much the best I can think of there. Now, if he does not land his mana tap on me, right, we will be very well. Doing very well, I'll say that. Now, we did get resist magic on one of our spells, so I think I can cast that on myself here in a second. It's, my enchanter buff for enchant magic has worn off. I feel like probably I should have went up for these little drakes first. Let me try killing one of these. How low they are. Oh yeah, there's so much less hit points. That's I'm gonna save all my burns and every cooldown I got for the next dragon, because he's the only one I feel is difficult in in TOV, right? Like the last time I killed Volak, I literally told, did pet attack, and I walked away, made some tea, got my drink, came back, and pets were still just whacking away at him. And they had no problem. So that's now that my pet build has a black star, so they do have that extra healing, which really just changes the game. And in Planes of Power, there is a new cleric weapon which does a damage proc plus a heal. Like oh my god, it's gonna be so fun. You know, I might double those on 2 pets because it is primary only, and that might really take care of a lot of business there. All right, that looks like all the trash is taken care of there. Probably smarter to do that. That's going to lower the incoming damage, and we're going to make sure we do that on the next one. Right, he does have, if we take a look here, there are 2 drakes here, and then there is a roaming drake that will add. So we're going to have like 3 to 4 mobs, maybe 5, depending on how this goes on us at all times down there until we kill the trash. And depending on how, like, if he mana taps us, it's probably done, right? Like, I'm losing mana now, and I don't even know what is this. Is this a mana tap too? Yeah, decrease mana by yeah, that was on one of the little ones, Thunder Blast. So you can see, like, we're losing mana, but it's not too bad, I guess. All right, let's see, what do we get here? Come on. Alright, we got 2 swords and a mask. Mask is legendary, so it's actually pretty nice stats, right? Like, this would be perfect if we were doing this for the first time, but we're not. Alright, we need resist magic. Cancel magic up. Does not work. I'll tell you that. Everything resists it. Statistic buff, resist magic. And this will last forever since we're casting it ourselves. Whoa, stop. There we go. Get a junk buff in there. Now something in the next area does dispel. What it is, I have no idea. But that puts us at 591 magic resist. That should be more than enough to not get mana tapped. Here, let's go down here. Just to get him to move a little bit faster and stop casting a million spells on us. Now he does have like a damage shield, but I've tried multiple times and it never lands, this dispel. See, the only thing I've ever gotten to land is the like 1 second click stick I have on one of my other characters. It just like I can just hit there and click it over and over again until it dispels all the buffs, which is a lot better than this, you know, spell we're casting here. All right, so if we kill Aronar, I'm gonna clear all the trash, so we can just go dragon, and that'll be kind of how we finish this up. I think gonna go until we die. All right, we're at 87% mana. Let me see here. Is there anything else that would be benefit to us in any way? Statistic buffs. Resist disease? No. Frenzied strength? No. Casting Yelp 3 might be slightly better. I think we're ready. I don't think there's anything we can do to improve the odds of what is about to happen here in a minute. Make sure everything's refreshed and good to go. All right, so let's wait for that roamer to... the roamer. Okay, he's walking. Okay, we're going to kill these side drakes first. We got another roamer coming here, but I don't think he's a problem. All right, so there we go. Let's pop down right here. And now I'm going to run over here. I want to be right here. This will give me the least amount of roamers that will interfere with this fight. Looks like we have 3 drakes plus the dragon, so we're going to kill all the little stuff first if we can. I'm going to go ahead and do destructive force with inner flame And we can't do Cleaving Rage too, so. There we go. Just try to get these guys down. Let's get another heal. It's gonna be a very heal intensive fight, I think, until we get just down to one dragon, right? Now, it might be beneficial for us to farm up some kind of weapon that we can use as a paladin that slows, which there is not very many of those. Truth be told. Now, there's a trident here, but I'm not sure if paladin, monk, or berserker can use that trident. Now, I know there is a paladin one-handed piercing, I think it is. I think it's one-handed piercing. Some kind of, maybe it's two-handed piercing in Siren's Grotto that I farmed up on live. Now, I don't know what era that item is, but definitely something to consider. Alright, we're doing well. We're at 92% mana, 83% health, 100% health now. I do have Ethereal Cleansing going, which looks like it's critting. So Aronar is at 90%. I think we are going to be good. Alright, I'm going to go with Cleaving Discipline. This will make every single attack we do critical. Which kind of does well with 100 Hands, Fist of Fury, right? That's going to speed up our attacks, let us hit more. You know, we're getting some good hits in there. He's at 80% now. Perfect. Let's do, can we do Warcry? Yeah, we can. Let's get Warcry out there. Show spell information. So Warcry increases our attack, also gives us 100 hands, so probably didn't even need to do that, but there we go. Alright, that's down. Let's do Savage Spirit. Savage Spirit, where does that one go? I don't think it gets, it's not a buff, I guess. It's just this. So let's see what Savage, I didn't see it anywhere. Like, it says it's a discipline, but if we go to the B, go down here, Savage Spirit, yeah, it's an AA. Somehow it goes here. Don't know what's going on there. See, active fuels critical hits into massive damage when the ability waves off. It drains a portion of the life force. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Alright. So theoretically it gives us bigger hits. I just saw a 3k hit, so I think that's what it's talking about. A little bit bigger crits, so that's nice. So I'll let that go for a while. That might get us going. We're at 40% on this guy. Not too bad at all. 407 hit. Alright, that's down. Let's do Thunder Kick. That'll give us a little bit extra kick damage, I suppose. There's a 991 hit, whatever that was. I couldn't tell if it was a kick or a bash. But we should be getting higher damage hits and crits with our kicks at the moment. It's hard to read. We're almost to the point where it's like pointless to even look at anything but crits. 16%. Alright, we need to make sure to turn off everything here in a second. Once he enrages. Alright, he's enraged. Let's heal up while we are in the enrage process. One. No longer enrage. And there we go, we got him. Nice. Hardest dragon, I feel like. Alright, we got a Rock Smasher, which that's a beautiful looking weapon right there. But not an upgrade for us. Got a Legendary Mask of the Fall, which is another pretty nice mask right there. Might be worth something. Let's see what these other guys got. We got a Shield of Fury. And a shield of worms. Alright. So what I'm going to do, since we did beat this guy, I'm going to clear all the trash that I can without engaging a named. So that'll be what we do. And then from there, we'll kill the rest of the names and hopefully end this with a Volak kill. Which will, I think, be the last, whatever, we'll go until we kill Volak. And if we die before then, that's when it'll end. But I'm going to get all the trash cleared and we can go from there. Alright, so I cleared the trash for Lord Feshac and Lord Venom over here. I can't go any further that way without killing Lord Koen. So we're going to kill Flesh, Venom, and Trakanon the Destroyer. And then Koen. And I'll clear some more trash. But let's go ahead and jump in over here. Now, this guy, I've died to him before. I don't find him too difficult, but he is, if you're not paying attention, he will see how much damage he does. So he's a little bit of a feisty guy for a dragon. And he's got, you know, significant hit points considering how much damage we're doing to him right now. So definitely you got to keep an eye, and especially when it gets down to enrage. Now I don't know if he has the he has a weapon that procs like a 600 proc damage. Yeah, I don't know if he has that right now, which could increase his damage because he will proc it. If he has two of them, I think he dual wields them. So something to watch out for when you fight this guy, but definitely looking good now. I'm gonna cleave him with Cleaving Rage just to get some crit damage out there. I like big crits, and I cannot lie. There we go. Get some good hits there. I think I'm at the point I don't want to see my normal melee anymore, so I'm gonna do my hits up here, and then I'm gonna do my misses up here also. There, then we can just see the crits, cause like, I mean, really, like, see how many crits we're doing. Like, it's just doesn't really matter too much anymore. Like if I hit for 100, if I hit for 500, I mean, it's where it's gonna go. But this way, I can now see, you know, these big hits a lot easier. Like the cleaving blow for 8400 right there. That's a nice. I wish I knew how to make cleaving blow work more, because it's if it procced as much as Slay Undead, I swear it would be definitely I would be an extreme powerhouse, because it does as much damage as Slay Undead sometimes versus live mobs instead of undead. But now we can actually see these big crits, so it's a little bit better. Now I'm gonna keep the me getting hit, me missing in the enrage, just so I can see that. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of this, you know, frenzied attack thing. I don't know what. Oh, there's a whole bunch of melee warnings. My death, others' death. Okay. I'm not 100% sure which one that one would be. I want to get rid of these. You can't use the ability either. I think it's like other, and there's other stuff in other. Like, this is before they started filtering this stuff out a lot better. As you can see, there's no melee stuff in there. So it's kind of unfortunate. There we go. Looking pretty good. We're sustaining fairly well against this guy. He's at 44%, and I don't feel like I'm gonna thunder kick him now, but I don't feel threatened. I don't feel like he's gonna get me to, you know, below 50% anytime soon. I think we're sustaining well enough with all of our, you know, paladin sustain. But yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I didn't even have to heal. I am casting Ethereal Cleansing, but it's not that big a heal. Let me see here. What does it hit? What is it proccing for? I don't even see any ticks from it. There we go. 299, 229. I guess it's a 229 normal heal. I mean, that's not that much. Considering I have 258 healing amount, so it should be a lot more than that. I guess I just didn't have enough health missing at that time. There, I'm at 70% health. 229. I think he's about to enrage. 229, yeah, it does heal more. So healing him out doesn't, I guess, work with it. Let's just heal there. There, he's enraged now. Turn off attack. See if we can heal that up just to fight through the damage there, just to stay up. He's no longer enraged. Perfect. Come on. And there we go. All right, what do we get? Junk. Absolute junk. Thunderstorm, a stone. What is a thunderstone anyway? Junk, yeah. So nothing to write home about there. We're gonna grab this guy right here, bring him right over here. Next pull is gonna be 3 with the named, just because it's a pain to split. But we did a 28,000 cleave on that guy. Wow. Now I don't have finishing blow and all that stuff yet, so there's a lot of AAs we can get to increase some damage. So that'll be definitely something to look forward to. I think this build is really gonna be about like 20. Oh, there we go, 57, 2,500-ish AAs to complete it. Let's see here, we got a new discipline. Focus to Fury. I don't care about. I like the crits. I don't know. Might be better. All right, there's Dagon the Destroyer. Try to get him over here. I've been over there on that edge, and I've fought him before, and he summoned me to like the edge, and it not made me go through the world, and I fell into the lava down below. So definitely something to actually think about there when you're pulling him, to make sure you're in a safe spot and he can't or won't summon. Okay, and we're good. So somehow, like, I got him. I didn't get his ad, or one of his ads. So I've never had that luck before. So now this guy seems to be doing slightly more damage than the last dragon, as represented by I'm losing health significantly. There we go. Just try to stay up there. Looking good. Now he's got a little bit more health than the last one for sure. But he's not really like a normal dragon. He's just like a worm, right? Like a normal worm you see, but he's unnamed, so just keep cleansing up. That should help really tap off anything. I feel like it's not healing for that much, in all honesty. Another 229, so that's kind of disappointing. It doesn't crit. Now I don't have all the AAs on it, right? Like healing boon, I think it is. I only have 1 rank in there, so I think when I max that out, we might be able to get a little bit more out of that. But at 57 now, I'm feeling pretty good. I think, we'll finish Volak, right? And then, or at least, try to get to him. we might not make it past one of these dragons, but I feel like everything else is just, you know, easy, easy from this point. We'll do another video where we do a boss run through Lucklin, and we do all the progression bosses, all the Sarah bosses, and maybe VT bosses. I don't know. This guy might be able to do it. Maybe we'll do Vishen's Peak, try to get a rage gem or two before then those drop in there. So, you know, anything to kill time before before we get to Planes of Power and whatnot. This guy's, you know, significant hit points. I feel like if we do VT, right, it's gonna be like a long, very long fights. At this point, I don't see how I'm gonna increase my damage significantly enough to shorten the fights at all. Unless just I'm seriously missing a really important line of AA. Well, we'll find out. Alright, so after this guy dies, we're gonna kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trash mobs, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna kill all those trash mobs, and then we'll kill the dragon. So that'll be next after this guy. Oh, he's enraged. Oh, good thing I caught that. There we go, no longer enraged. And almost done. There we go. So what do we get here? We got Wormclaw pauldrons. Nice shoulders. And we got Boots of the Destroyer. Nice boots. Alright, let's loot those up. And I'm going to kill the trash and we'll go from there. Alright, Lord Crizin. He is next. He's already summoning. Jeez. So far so good, not hitting too hard there. I'm gonna go ahead and thunder kick him. Get a few extra, you know, good kicks on him, you know, get him a little bit lower. I don't know how much it's gonna actually help. But this build is pretty good. Obviously we tweaked it out with the best we could when we started him. I want to do a self-found character next. Solo self-found, right? So if you made it this far in the video and you want to make a suggestion, tell me what 3 classes you would like to see as a self-found combo, and that'll be definitely something I think about. Right now I'm thinking I want to try something with a mage pet, something, because mage pet is just going to be extremely strong in the next expansion, Planes of Power. So like I don't know, so tell me your suggestions, and if you made it this far. Alright, let's see here. He's at 78%. There used to be like a percentage on this thing here. I don't know where it went. There it is. I got a mouse over it. Let me see here. Is there anything that's cleaving? It faded instantly? What? Oh, I have no endurance. I just noticed that. I don't have any endurance. Oh, right. That's not fun. Guessing what that means is I need to endurance meditate, because there is no endurance regeneration, I don't believe. I know like there was a Crown of Ryle that has a right click endurance regen, but I don't think it actually works anymore. I've never got my endurance to nothing on any of my characters here yet, so at least this until I started noticing right now. So we'll definitely see here in a minute. What's he at? 80? Is he still at 80? What? Oh, he's at 60. My eyesight is going. My eyesight is going. Alright. Got no endurance, so we'll have to meditate. Now, I've already cleared the trash for Lord Venom over here. And then we're ready to kill Lord Koen. So those will be next. Go. %, not too bad. Like I haven't really had to do any extra healing that I felt like. You know, every once in a while I'm hitting the heal over time, but I don't feel like I've hit heal light of life at all this whole entire fight. So I might have hit it once or twice, but I don't remember doing it at this point. Holy Shield and Blessing of whatever is doing really well, keeping us floated. Let's see here. Oh, 9,700 leaving blow. That is nice. Ooh, 3,100, 6,000. Ooh, that's nice. 5,200 one. Definitely getting some nice. The Berserker is adding a lot of nice stuff now. I purposely have not bought Blinding Flurry. Yeah, which is one of our DPS increases, but it makes us blind. Which, I mean, I guess is okay when you're fighting like this and the mob's not moving, right? I can go blind for however long, but definitely something to think about there. Rampage. He's at 9%. He's enraged. Oof. Alright, I'm gonna heal up through this enraged. So I did throw a few blows out there. Now, I don't know if I riposte and he's enraged. Like, I don't know how that works, right? If he's enraged, I riposte his hit on me. Does he riposte it back? I don't know. That's funny. All right, there we go. Another dragon down. I want a picture of this one. It looks cool. All right, what do we get here? We got his sword, which is a nice sword, right? 2417. I mean, this would have been a nice little weapon in era for sure, with a 100 damage proc, and then the Horn of Disaster, which is a nice bard weapon. Grab both of those. All right, I'm gonna get some endurance and go from there. All right, time for Lord Venom here. I already took out his guards. Now this guy's a little annoying because he does have this knockback, and I'll probably resist it, but I'm actually facing the wrong way. I want him to knock me back this way if he knocks me back. Not. I've had it once before, not in this server, but on live, where I've gotten knocked back and it went all the way out into the lava. And obviously, I'm making this the next day. I kind of took a break because I had no endurance, and it's the morning. So good morning, everyone. As we finish up this boss rush. It's a fun time. Definitely having a fun time here. Obviously, this guy's got a massive amount of hit points. Now, ironically, some of my other builds kill him so much faster. It is crazy. Now, I feel like this is a strong build, as you know. Like I haven't even healed yet, right? here's my first, you know, heal over time. It doesn't really, you know, he's not really taking much damage. He's able to restore that damage. It's a nice balance of sustain and melee damage, you know? There's no gimmicks going on, you know? It's kind of fun. And in the time that I said some stuff in the in this video, they've already released some changes. So I was talking about how I think at one point the pet builds could have like the super crazy cleric weapon and the super crazy proc weapon, right? They've marked those no pet, so pets cannot have the cleric weapon that does like the 150 nuke with you know, 150 group heal. So that is interesting. They've also marked the 750 direct damage cleric one-hander non-pet also. And they're also lowering the mitigation of pets to be equivalent to a fully best in slot warrior. So that sounds like a significant downgrade, but it doesn't seem really like it. Like my warrior, he can face tank just about anything. So if anything, I feel like it would be an upgrade to the pets, because the pets do not do well with lots of mobs on them. And my warrior cleric beast lord, he can face tank a ton of stuff. This character can face tank a ton of stuff, like an entire zone worth of blue to red mobs. So there's definitely some interesting things going on there. But where you can see we're almost at 3,000 AC. Ideally, when we want to get that over 3,000, we want to get our dex up. We want to get our attack at the 750 cap, and then we want to get the AAs to, you know, increase that cap to 850. So there's, you know, some things to do there. All right, let's do another group, or not group heal, but heal over time. I just feel like it's all we really need for this fight, between all the other stuff going on. And I do have buffs. I went and got fresh Agilism, Haste, Focus, Kodiak's Endless Intelligence, Ki, and then whatever other Shaman buffs I grab, Stamina. But I don't think at this point I get anything from the Stamina buff. I think I'm Stamina capped. And all these lower level buffs do not increase the cap. Like if you play on live, like the stamina spell, the focus spell, they increase the cap to accommodate the new stats. So your stats can go up when you get the buff, so it's not worthless. So it's pretty nice. There we go. Oh, we're actually taking some damage in here in rage. That's why. So we almost died there. Let me see if I can heal that up. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so what do we get? We got his left eye, which is, you know, a decent item in all honesty for hybrids. And then we got the Sledge of Smashing, which I'm going to keep that. I might upgrade that. That might be a nice little, you know, thing to use for one-handed blunt. As you can see, it procs Wrath, which is 174 damage proc. That may be kind of useful later on. Now, I don't think we got the Shield and Protector. Like, I've got a million of those things, but I don't think we got one. I don't think we got the Whitestone Shield either, so we're going to keep an eye out for, like, a shield, just so that I can level that kind of stuff up before Planes of Power. Now, this video probably comes out after Planes of Power gets released, so I'm not 100% sure. Alright, we're going to tag that guy, but I think we're going to get Koidoikin also. I'm not even going to bother try to feign death him off if he comes. It's just not worth it to try and split him. But we got them both. So we're going to kill the ad, and then we'll kill Koidoikin. All he does is a stun, so it is what he's got. All right, he's a little bit of damage there. a little bit of damage. Might have to actually heal in this one. Could be because we got 2 of them, but I'm not 100% sure. Go. I'm like losing my voice and I just woke up. It's not there yet. Let's see here. Let's re-cleanse. And throw up a... There we go. Perfect. Alright. Add is down. And we can focus 100% on Lord Koen. In all honesty, I kind of like the other model for him. I mean, this one's, this is more of like a... If you played World of Warcraft, it's kind of like the Japanese, Chinese kind of dragon that you would see in World of Warcraft. And those respective mythologies and stuff like that. So, I don't know, I didn't really ever see him as that kind of dragon. When he was the little like Fedor looking model there. So definitely interesting there. Now, one thing I have not spent any AAs on is Mystical Attunement, and that is obviously going to hurt us here real soon because we are, I believe, buff capped. Like maybe here, this one more spot. So Mystical Tuning. We're only at 5 of 25, so we need to get that up to like 10 of 25. At least until that gets to the, 100 AAs per upgrade. Let's do another heal. It's kind of nice that Ethereal Cleansing isn't just enough to kind of, top us off. If it even is mattering at all. I can see it like ticking over there for like 200 and it doesn't really ever crit. So hopefully like when I get all the A's for it, it's a little better, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna thunder kick this guy because he is like he is gonna be a fight. And I'm not really noticing the stun, right? He has an AoE stun with I think direct damage. And I'm not noticing that as much, but it's something. There we go. Is it looks to be 64%? I'm just not feeling the extra damage. Let's see, what can I do? Alright, we're going to do Vehement Rage, which will increase our damage, but increase our damage taken. So, how long does that last for? 2 minutes? We'll see how bad that goes. Typically, you don't even notice it, but this guy, I don't even know what he's hitting for right now. He's missing and blocking. There we go, 590. So I guess, with all the add-ons, right, that a monk gets for defensive, plus you add all the things that a paladin gets, I mean, you are not getting hit very much. It's pretty nice. And then on top of that, the staff that we're using increases block by 5%. So if we look at our skills, right, block, we have 252 block out of 240. Now, I don't know what my current skill is, but I would assume my skill is maxed out at this point. So definitely something kind of nice there. Our defense is maxed out. Our dodge has some kind of bonus to it too. So that is nice. Alright, we're at 38%. 37%. Nah, I didn't really have to do much extra healing. during Rage, so that's nice. I did see here. We did get new AAs, right? We got Reckless and Whirlwind, which are riposte disciplines. They're on different timers, so that gives us 2 of those. And then we got Void Dance, Stone Stance, which share the Whirlwind cooldown. And we have Focused Fury Discipline. That's one of the new ones we got, 57. It increases our accuracy, but it shares the same timer as Cleaving, which I kind of like the extra critical hits, because the critical hits seem nice, but versus the accuracy, because I miss, but I don't miss a lot. So it's one of those things that's, especially with the two-hander, I don't feel like the accuracy is a big deal right now, but I haven't parsed them out. I don't know which one's better. It's a longer accuracy than it is the crit time, but they both have a 50-minute reuse. I don't know if there is AAs to hasten those. See here, destructive. Yeah, I don't see anything that hastens those, so 15 minutes is kind of like probably where it's at. I know, like on live and stuff, you get like focus ones later on that reduce the timers on everything to like reasonable time, and then some. All right, so we're taking a little damage. He is in Enrage, of course. That is where we take it. So we're gonna heal through Enrage, and then finish him off here. I think it was 100% worth it to go and get that spell. I don't think it's replaced until like 63 or 64. So, and there we go. All right, Koi Adoken down. We got 2 pairs of pants and the helmet. Salute that stuff. And we got a Silent Fang necklace, which I believe is the monk necklace, which is pretty nice in era, but you're definitely out of era. All right, so I'm gonna pull that guy, because if I'm lucky, he's gonna aggro those drakes that are in there, and I don't have to like go up there and pull them. But we're obviously not lucky today, so let's go over here. Whack this guy down. It's just 2 trash mobs we're gonna kill, so I'm not gonna even bother with a cut. Now, after this Lady Marnella, right, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like at least 20 mobs till we get to the next 5 raid bosses, and I'll clear all that trash, and then we can go from there after that, which will probably get us closer to 58 than I would really expect. Like leveling up here is kind of funny, in all honesty. Now, something I've noticed in my adventures here is the raid zones like TOV, Vex, and the Temple of South Raw. They are very experience heavy. Very good experience in those. Like, definitely a lot of AAs to be had inside those when you're finishing those up. So I almost, like, a lot of people stop at 56 to get AAs, and like the more I play, the more I'm like, it's, you know, just go to 60. There's just so much, you know, going back and doing all these raids, right? It's a lot of missed AAs, and if you clear them every day, that's a lot of missed AAs that you're, you know, not getting by you know, waiting and stuff like that. And just getting to 60, I feel like's more, I don't know, more fun, because you get some new stuff at 60 in some of these classes. But I did stop at 50 for like 500 AAs, which was only because there's no undead. If there was undead that was higher level, you know, different. All right, Lady Marnella. And I can clear the entire mines in the the Salvara Temple in a single pull, and then it's like waiting 7 minutes for it to respawn. So undead is definitely the strong suit of this build. Alright, she's at 88%. Throw up a heal, come on. Now, foolishly, I did not purchase, I think, persistent casting or whatever it is. I don't know why I didn't get it, but I didn't even think about it. Allows us to cast more while we're tanking, so that's something I need to pick up. Alright, let's rage on her. Seems to be a decent enough cooldown that we can use it every fight. Alright. I think just having that cleansing heal. Oh, taking a little bit more damage. I mean, I guess that's to be expected. She's not going down. She's only at 60. She's dropping us. I want to heal here. I'm not sure what I lost. There we go. We lost. Somehow we lost Journeyman Boots. And I'm just using that as a junk buff to protect my gagealism and all their stuff. I have all my insta-clickies like in the beginning. Ouch. This guy requires heals. Now, so coming up, right, we're going to be fighting the three dragons. We can split these two off, so I'm not concerned about them. But the 3 dragons now, most of my builds, I can take all 3 of them at once. I'm curious to know if I can take all 3 with this guy. Definitely, I got to target down the, I think Sevlak first because he's annoying, and then Zelak, and then Keknar. Those other 2, the first 2, they have less hit points, and Sevlak does like this gravity flux, annoying attack. So it is definitely the the one you want to take out first if you have to take out one, and they usually die pretty quick. And then the second one has a disease dot, but he usually doesn't land it, but he's got low hit points, so we'll go for him second. And then Keknar, who's just a little, he's like a normal dragon. He has 2 other dragons with him. Now you can split them. I have done that before, but I just don't think I'm going to try to split them. It just doesn't feel like it would be that fun. We can also use Destructive Force and possibly cleave down all 3 of them at once. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. If we can get them all stacked on top of each other close enough, I guess. Heal. Enrage. Turn off attack. Throw up a heal. And no longer enraged. Alright, there we go. So let's see what we get from her. And we can move on to the next boss. Come on. There we go. Alright, and clicky. We got the Ebony Headband, which is a very nice low-level like monk beast lord headband, right? So that's nice. We got Frost Wrath, which is a nice one-hander for a knight, so we'll keep that. And Mithril Boots, which are just boots. All right, so I got like 20 mobs to kill, so we're gonna kill those, and then we'll meet up here and kill those. All right, I've cleared all the trash through all these dragons, so I'm going to just pull Sephick here. And he's coming anyway. We're just gonna get them all like right around in this general area here. Just gotta get them all here. Now splitting them off would probably be not that hard, considering how slow they run, but that's just not fun. So we're gonna thunder kick. We're gonna go pure damage on this guy. And we're also gonna get ethereal cleansing up. You can see how fast he's dropping, right? 57 already. Now, I go for this guy first because he's got this gravity flux. It's kind of annoying. But it doesn't look like he's landing it on us yet. There we go. That's the move. He's rampaging, or posting. Enrage is the word I'm looking for, but I can't think of. Alright, now we go for Volak. Now, if he lands it on you, it's like a death sentence in error, because it's such a dangerous dot. And that's like on live, right? Here, I don't think it does much damage here, but it's like a few hundred a tick, and it's disease based. It's terrible. But you know, you gotta. It's pretty bad if you get it on you. Luckily, we are resisting all of that. There we go. Now down to Keknar, whatever you want to say. No, he's more like a real, you know, dragon, right? I don't think he has as many hit points as, say, Feshac or those guys, but, you know, he's got a little bit more hit points. Now, he drops the Black Star, which is probably one of the best pet healing weapons. So if that drops, that'll be, you know, a nice little thing I can give to one of my other characters, but definitely a rare drop. I've killed this guy probably 20 times on this server, and I've only gotten one to drop. So it's not a common drop, if you will. But his damage is significantly lower. I haven't even done a heal over time for him. There we go, there's one, just to keep the health up. But not too bad at all at this point. Now, if you'll notice, I kind of went to bed, right? And I came back. It's the next day. So, if we kill Volak, I think we should do Avatar War in this video, right? This is a bossing video. I really want to make an attempt at Avatar War before, before we move on. We're not 60 yet, so if I stop this video, I'll be 60 without even trying. Like that's just pretty much how it is. So after this, after Volak, I would like to go and try Tormax again, see if we can kill him. Now, I find Tormax to be a challenging beast, but I think with the modifications we've made, we got the new heal, we got sympathetic healing and strike relevant to our level. I think we can definitely handle Tormax and possibly the Avatar War. Now, I'm not even mentioning Vindicator or Statue because they are absolute weaklings when it comes to in between those two. Like Tormax, I feel, is harder than everything before Avatar War. It's just how I feel. But we'll see. Alright, we're losing our illusion. Refresh that. And looks like we lost regen, so that's the only one we're missing. So just, just a long fight here. 9,973 cleaving blows. 16,891 cleaving blow. Wow. I wish we got more of those. Let me look here. Like, cleaving frenzy. It makes our, cleaving, our frenzy do more damage, right? It's only got one rank, so I I think so. I can increase frenzy damage with Blur of Axes, right? And I haven't finished that one. And I think there was something else that, like Frenzied Volleyed. Throw an additional axe when you volley attack. So instead of 4 axes, we'll throw 5. Let's see here. Don't really see precision of axes. Increases our accuracy of frenzy. So there's definitely some improvement we can still do there that'll push us into possibly another tier of damage. But I don't know. Alright, Keknar is at what? I'm gonna say 2%. He raged and I just ignored it, so that's how little damage he does. And there we go. And we got a black star. Perfect. Fantastic. That is worth keeping. Alright, and Sevlak? I don't think he drops anything good. He drops the Shield of Midnight, which is a Shadow Knight shield. And an Axe Resistance, which is, I guess, a nice, like, if you have low resistance, obviously is gonna be a nice weapon to have, but... And then we get a Spinning Orb of Confusion and the Dragon Skin Bracelet, which are very nice items in their own right. There we go, 3 dragons down. 3 dragons at once. Alright, so now we're going to kill Lady Nev and Jorag. Now, we're going to split Jorag off because Lady Nev has an AoE that's annoying. If it lands on us, it's even more annoying. I believe it is a spin you right around kind of AoE. And quite frankly, I don't want to deal with that while trying to tank 2 dragons. So let's make sure we get all our buffs back on. And let's just tag Jorag. And as long as we're out of line of sight of her, she shouldn't tag us. I think I got dispelled there for a second. I don't know. Like, I feel like I just got dispelled. Alright, we should be able to fight him here. Now, he's a pushover. I don't think there was anything I've ever had an issue with this guy. I think the first time I did it, I think my pets, like, killed him and her at the same time without me even paying attention. Because I was able to get out of line of sight. That was when the mobs didn't summon. So, definitely, definitely interesting. Let's get another cleansing on there. Now, we're going to do a separate video for the Luckland bosses, just because there's a few bosses, and Sathir on its own is like a TOV, right? So, there are a few in there that are actually undead, from what I understand. The Cursed is undead, and the Arc Lich are undead. But we need Greater Remove Curse to kill the Emperor. Like, no joke about it, right? We need that. We're also going to want a Shizar Bane weapon. Now, I do have Strange Game Metal, so I have the ore. I've been farming that. I do not have a weapon yet, so we're going to want to get, I believe it is the two-handed sword. We're going to want that one, so we're going to need to farm up one of those before we can kill Emperor, which we might be able to do while we're working on the key and stuff, so we might be able to finish it all. So I already have the ore, so I feel confident enough to go into a non-respawning instance and get the key. I think that's going to be 100% getting a key there, so we'll see. And he's enraged. Heal. And Jorag bites the dust. What do we have? 2 Sprinklers of Spirit. Now, the Sprinkler Spirit, the legendary one, is a sympathetic healing item, so it is actually pretty nice. But it's only for those classes that are healers. Alright, here we go. Lady Neverdira. Hopefully we don't get hit by her AoE, because it's terrible. I'm going to do Rage, just maybe to speed this up. She has a damage shield, I just noticed. Let me see if I can land Clan. Cancel magic. Nope. Not land and cancel magic. Nope. It's 2 tries. Alright, let's heal ourselves. One more try. Unfortunate. So late. It's because of the I think the level difference, and it's just a lower level spell. So it's, you know, it's got some negatives to it, but she is an enchanter, so it's a low. It's like a 10-point damage shield, and I should be able to heal just with my heal over time. I should be able to out damage that, but there we go. We got stunned by bellowing winds. So that means we're always going to want to keep our cleansing up. There we go. 44 seconds left on Rage. And we're looking pretty good, in all honesty. This is the last dragon. So Volak is next. And I'm not worried. I mean, I think some of the other dragons are harder than Volak. Now, with that said, Volak is the only one I had to heal on for my all my characters, like really heal. So with that said, you know, he could be challenging, because he does hit for like double damage, right? This one's hitting for 800. He hits for 1100 or higher sometimes. But at the same time, I do have 2700 AC, which is a lot more AC than a lot of my other characters have had. So definitely, and I also have like a non-stop rune that keeps popping, so that might be, you know, something we can consider in our benefit here. Another thing I just remembered, I can do this, which expand my mana pool. I didn't even remember about that. Let's put it right there. Is there any other clickies on this gear that I'm not like aware of here? Deadeye. I'm just trying to kill some time. Kill this thing. What is that? Oh, there's our kick mod right there. I still have to upgrade a few of these things. Let's try one more cancel. Magic. Oh my god, we got it. Alright, that'll significantly lower her damage output. You see there, she's hitting for 300, 280, 263, so going from her to Volak is huge. And like, notice how many times we're blocking, she's missing, you know, she's barely getting hits on. So being a monk is really beneficial to this build when it comes to mitigation. And I don't even have all the AAs and into some of these extra things. So as we get to 60, it will definitely increase significantly. All right, so we have no endurance after this fight. We are going to met up, and then we're gonna do Volak. All right, just die. Oh my gosh, really? She stunned me. All right, there we go. So we got a Medal of Deep Thought, which is a pretty nice neck item for Neira. And then we got her horn, which is a interesting weapon. I'm just noticing this. Like it's a damage over time. Suffocate, which is it's an enchantress spell, right? So 48 damage over every 6 seconds. So that, I mean, there could be some potential there, right? Like it's rogue usable. So in one of those rogue dot builds, you know, you just kind of just throw that on, proc it, and then you take it off, kind of thing. So definitely definitely interesting there. So I'm gonna met up to full endurance before this next fight, and we're gonna go. All right, here we go. Volak it is. Just gonna take him right here. You can already see he is doing significantly more damage than everything else. We don't have slow. We don't have a slow weapon. So heals are going to be important. We don't have we don't have any way to get mana back. So once we spend that mana, right, it's spent. We do have lay of hands and hand of patty. So those are going to be what we need there. We're going to start out with a thunder kick now. Just get that damage out there. Hopefully it gives us a little extra damage there. We're going to want to keep cleansing up. That's going to help a little bit. Let's go ahead and do rage. That's a 2-minute buff. Might as well blow through it now. Let's see here. Let's heal up that. There we go. We lost dark poison for some reason. It just like disappeared. I don't know if the server buff wore off finally or not, but seems to be gone. Which is fine, right? Like that's kind of a crutch, you know. I've been using that for a while. Server, you know, poison buff proc, right? 6349. We're gonna only heal when we hit under 50%. I think it's gonna be the new rule here. All right, what are we at here? 84%. Let's see, we still got rage going. I think Savage Spirit is the next play here. Gonna heal. It's not critting. We're not getting some big crits. That's disappointing, right? Like we're not getting the big crits. Here we got a 1200 point heal out of that. Cleansing. Is it 70%? This is not going down fast enough. There we go. Now, I do have Divine Aura, right? So if we need to, we can sit down and med for a second. But I don't think it's going to matter. Oh, 73%. Savage Spirit's still going. Let's get healing going. Alright, looks like Thunder... Our Rage is off. Alright, we're gonna go with Cleaving Rage now. That's everything's a crit. Is it what? 68%? I'm gonna hold off on healing. Like he's not doing enough there. Whew, there we go. I was gonna say he's not doing enough damage to like worry me, but then he did. Alright, that's done. Another heal over time. Alright, let's do Destructive Force. I just... Oh, jeez. I don't know what he did. Oh, he hit me for $13.99. Oh my gosh. good, we're good. Now, I do have Stone Stance and Void Dance, right? We look at these. Just gotta make sure I pay attention to this. Let's do a heal. See here, Stone Stance, greatly reduce melee damage. Void Dance, same timer, allowing to avoid melee attacks, right? So, we can Stone Stance. Which one lasts longer? I think that's really what we want the most. What lasts longer? So Stone Stance is a 12-second duration. Void Dance is 12-second duration. Stone Stance is a 3-minute reuse, though, so obviously that's probably going to be the better play. So that'll give us 12 seconds of reduced damage. So like 1 or 2 hits, maybe 3. Volak at 51%. And we're still holding strong, right? We have a complete full, health bar with Lay of Hands, and we have about a half a health bar with Hand of Piety. So I'm not too concerned there. Let's go ahead and heal up here. Can we just like go all the way up? There we go, 80%. That gives us a little breathing room. I'm going to War Cry into an Inner Flame. And that should give us a little bit more damage. You can see there we get a 1200. Oh, Volak got a 1200 crit on us. Oh my gosh, he's critting on us. There we go, 7,000 crit from us. I didn't even know NPCs get crit. Oh. There we go. This is looking okay. Looking okay. We're kind of restoring a little bit of health here. What is this debuff? War Cry. Alright. So what are we at? 38%. 3,100 crit. Ooh, he hit for 1,200. There we go. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Health is up. Let's get another heal over time on. Alright, Rage is back up. Let's do Rage. We're going to do Stone Stance, too. So, Stone Stance is a 3-minute reuse, so that'll give us extra damage, and for, part of the Rage, we'll take less damage. As you can see there. I can't even tell if it worked. I truly can't. He missed a lot, and he's only hitting for 200 right now, so I would assume that's it, but I think it's already down. I don't know if it has a buffer or anything like that on it. Alright, Volak is at 26%. Alright. Let's wait. $22. He's gonna enrage, and we really got to be like really careful on the enrage. Like my finger is on the button to turn off attack. 18%. There we go. It's looking good. Looking good. Gotta heal up. Gotta heal up. %. Enrage at 6%. Alright, let's heal through it here. go, and rage is off. Can't change anything here. 2%. It's good. 0%. And there we go. Oh my god. Alright, what do we get here? We got the earring and we got the boots. So we take a look at those. They're okay. Like the earring's pretty nice. And the boots, I don't think any build uses these boots, but is this, and then we got 2 ancient necro spells. Perfect. All right, so we're done there. I think it is time to try Kale. So let's go off to Kale. All right, we've cleared the Tormax, and let's go here. Hopefully. Where's this guy going? Jeez. He was just like, he had a party going on and I was not invited. Oh, he's like rampaging. I mean, enraging. Can't kill him. Jeez. Slayer here. Alright. Going much cleaner, I think, with having the actual decent self-heal. So definitely going better so far. So we just delivered him to that cleaving blow. Alright, so now we got Tormax. So far so good. Going way better. Let's go ahead and Thunder Kick, because I got a lot of clearing to do on the other side of this. Let's do Rage also. There we go. Not bad, not bad. We are kind of self-sustaining a little bit better than we were before. Which, could be we have, like, you know, a few extra, like, Shaman or Cleric buffs that we had than we had when we did it last time, but I truly don't remember. But damn, it's a lot easier. Now I think we can handle the Avatar. Like Volak, I feel like is almost the Avatar, and we handled him pretty well. You know, there's only one time I think we got under 40%, so I think it's just going to be a little bit of a longer fight. I think, unless we get some good riposts on him. Which might be worth it to, you know, just click our post disciplines, but I'm probably going to be leveraging Stone Stance a little bit more in that fight, just to reduce the damage. And you can see here we're almost 58, so be nice. I don't think we get anything special then, discipline-wise or spell-wise, but still be nice to get that next level for the extra, like, I think 5 or so skill points in each of the different stuff. So there's some nice, we're getting some nice cleaving blows on this guy, so that's good. He's at what, 41%? It's just, I have my multi-bind. It works just fine. Divine Stun, Battle Leap, Bash, Head Pummel, Rage Volley, Throw Stone, Taunt, Flying Kick, Tiger Claw. Now Taunt could probably be removed. It's only in there for the I was trying to get the skill up. I don't know if I maxed out the skill yet. Not that I think I'll ever need it, but there's like certain charms that have certain things. Yeah, it's maxed out, so I could put something else there if I need to, but there's nothing. Like some of the buttons don't activate in a multi-bind for some reason. I think they're because they're custom, and the UI just doesn't know what to do with them or something like that. I have no idea. But definitely smoother ride this time for sure. We just need to make sure when he enrages, we turn off attack. I've had that kill my monk beast lord wizard multiple times, but he's dual wield and he hits so fast it's hard to tell. All right, enrage. Come on, there we go. Oh, and he's dead. All right, and what did we get? We got 2 horns, a sleeper's key, and the boots plus the hat. Nice. Take that. Let's move. Where'd the head go? All right. All right, so I got to clear a bunch of trash in the arena, and I'm going to do that, and then we'll be ready for Vindicator. All right, we're to Vindicator. We're just going to pull him, and he's going to have 2 guards that come in there. You see them back there. I'm just going to start whacking on him while they wait for them to show up. He's got a lot less hit points than anything else. He's regular, you know, he's pretty easy. And all things considered. Like TOPs, I like he's like CH chain practice, if you will. It's hard to die, and as long as your tank has, you know, good Kunark gear, you're not gonna die to this guy. There we go. He's going pretty good. I'm going to switch to these Temple Guardians just to knock them down a little bit because they're wasted. Wasted mitigation here. Come on. Heal me up. There we go. Perfect. And we are at 93%, so that means we might get 1% for killing one of these guys. 94. There we go. So we might, in fact, level up by the time we get to the Avatar War. There we go. Oh, we crit 1,000 on the Divine Might. Nice. There we go. 95 and perfect. So, I mean, he's already at 60%. We haven't even really done anything. Now, he is hitting, you know, he does hit kind of hard, right? But that was with like 3 mobs on us. So let's heal up and see where we're at, like, on this guy. There we go. So we're at 100%. Let's see if he can knock us down. I mean, he's hitting for 381, 225, 225, 475. He hits pretty good for, you know, for what he is. Now I'm probably getting riposte a few times here and there, which is causing a little extra damage. Because I don't have the full, I think, strike through AA maxed out yet, which is I've probably something I need to work on as soon as possible. Now we're getting some 500s in there. No, he's dead. There we go. And he dropped his earring, which is not too bad, and nothing else is of value. Black Sapphire, that is nice. And there. So we gotta kill this guy right here. He's just in the way. He's got a guard there, but he's not too hard. I don't know what his quest is. He drops an item for I think it's out of era, like something, because he is not a normal, you know, Velius level mob. He is something else. But he's not too hard. Drops like a harnessing stone or something like that. There we go. Now the statue is coming up next, and that's why I haven't cut to go to the statue, because he's literally gonna be in this pole. Hopefully I can handle it, because otherwise it's gonna be tricky. I might have to feign death him out. But you can see here, it's gonna be the statue plus 2 armors whenever they show up. There they are. So we're gonna have to just burn this stuff down. I'm gonna thunder kick now, And I'm going to Destructive Force here. Probably in a second. See how much damage we're taking now. There's one. We hit 58. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to target the statue. I'm going to do Destructive Force. Which is going to be like an AoE kind of rampage for a few seconds. And we're going to use that to kind of cleave down these other guys a little bit while healing ourselves. There we go. I'm going to target the armor here. Let's try to get rid of them. They're blue, so they're not too hard, but we did hit 58, so doing well there. There's one. Let's get the other armor down. Now, the statue is slowable. If you're playing a class that is able to slow, you can definitely slow him. Alright, we're going to switch to the Guardian. Let's finish him off. Let's do Rage. That'll be up by the time we get back to the Avatar. And then on the statue, last mob. Alright. Statue has moderate hit points. He's slowable. A lot of spells will land on him and stuff like that. He's like almost like free loot. Considering, you know, what's next, right? Next we're gonna fight the idol. But there's going to be some trash we're going to clear between here and there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mobs. And then the idol will spawn like right there. So, something to keep in mind. The idol is just a beefier version of the statue, right? And then it eventually becomes the Avatar War, the next fight. So, buckle up. Now, I will cut out the trash after the statue, because that is just boring mobs, but we should be fine. Statue is, you know, he hits moderately. Before we pull Avatar, we are going to get full endurance, though, for sure. Because he's going to be the most challenging fight I think we fought yet. There we go. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a long fight too. He's got, I think, 1,000,000 hit points, and I don't know. There's a special Uki log parser you have to download to be able to parse the log files for this server, and I'm just too lazy to do that to see what kind of DPS we're actually doing. Here we go. I think this is working out pretty well. We got the dark poison. When I went to the bazaar, the buff came back, so I'm guessing it just got dispelled off by one of those guys we were fighting. There we go. Throw a heal on. Absolutely perfect. This is working really well. He's not taking too much damage. Just keep cleansing up. Alright, statue is at, what is that? 20%? I can't remember if he enrages. He probably does. Like at this point in the game, everything enraged. They eventually get rid of the mechanic on live. Because the mobs hit so hard. It's just dumb. It's hard to turn it off in time. There we go. He's enraged. Let's heal up. I was, you know, blocking the enrage attacks, which is pretty nice, right? There we go. He's no longer enraged. Oh, jeez. We just like cleaved him with 3 cleaving blows for 15, 10, and 7,000. Jeez. All right, and we get a Reaver, which is actually a pretty nice weapon in legendary form here, right? Look at this thing, and it's magic. So that was one of the downsides to it before. Was that it's it's non-magic weapon, so you can't really attack most mobs. But on live, they got rid of that mechanic. And here, this one's magic, so definitely nice. All right, so I'm going to clear the rest of the trash up until the idol, and we'll go from there. All right, we're to the idol. So this one's a long fight. He's, I believe, slowable also, but you don't want to slow him because it's practice for the avatar. In all honesty. So let's see here. Got another stun on the bar. Changed a few disciplines around. Got a few new things that I was looking at while I was medding up and clearing, but we should be fine. I don't think too much. I'm gonna save all my everything I can for the avatar at this point. I've already cleared all the trash out there, so we should be good. I'm just making sure we got all. Like we lost something. We're losing stamina, but I don't think that matters. See, he's hitting pretty hard here. Oh yeah, we did. So we got a new discipline, blind rage discipline, right? It's the same. It's the same timer as all the other berserker ones. So I'm gonna stick with cleaving rage. I think I like that one better, but the other ones might be better. So something to consider there. We also got a new war cry, which says it increases attack speed and attack rating. So got that, and I don't think there was anything else. I think we got like Phantom Echo and crap like that. And oh yeah, we got 100 hands, but I'm gonna keep with Inner Flame. So Inner Flame is, what is it? It's a 10-minute reuse, 30-second duration. 100 hands is a 15-minute reuse, 30-second duration. But we permanently have 100 hands, the effect at all times anyway, so I don't think we even need to think about it. But I haven't actually looked at the spells to see what they actually do, so I'm just going based on what I think I know at this point. Can do some research later, I suppose. Not in the middle of fighting the Avatar War's pre-spawn. All right, looking pretty good here. So that'll be up in 13 minutes, which might not be available in time for the fight, but we'll see. There we go. So the Avatar War is going to go pretty much like this, with a little bit higher damage output. I'm pretty sure that's how it really works out in actuality. So you can see we're taking significant more damage. We're going to want to heal to full and get full endurance before we engage the Avatar. That's just going to be a 100% guarantee right there. See, if we don't proc, we won't proc Holy Shield. He just chunks through the health real quick. So this could be our end. Definitely. This will be the last. The Avatar will be the last fight of this video, no matter what. But we'll see how well we do against him. Now, from what I understand, they're adding a self-found mode to the game. I guess that that prevents trading in any way. So I think when they do that, I will be making a self-found character of some sort. So I think I mentioned it earlier in the video. So you got ideas on what you would like to see for that? Let me know, and we can. I can start planning and deciding what to make. Stuff like that. So if there's a specific class you'd like to see self-found when they release self-found mode, let me know. I will see what I can do. Go. Oh man, these hits. All right, he is at 42%, so I think we're doing okay. Like I think we can get the avatar here. We're just gonna be using a lot of our tricks. There we go. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw force in here instead of taunt. See what happens. Live changing here. Now the reason I'm doing that, right, it should yield higher heals and stuff. I believe every time we stun something, it heals us. Maybe it just divine stun does that. Oh my gosh. He's not enraged yet. Let me see if I can look that up real quick. It's a healing light. Oh wait, when you cast a stun spell... Oh my god, heal me. I'm like spamming the heal button and it's not doing anything. When you cast a stun spell, this will passively bless your group with healing. Perfect. So having 3 stuns in there is going to give us a little bit more healing power. That's nice. Plus we have divine stun. That's 4 healing lights that I think we can get out every whatever the recast time is on force here. Plus each of those stuns is doing damage. Like I don't know how much force is doing, because they're not doing stuns, I'll tell you that. Plus it procs Prismatic Strike, so... Alright, he's walking. We got him. Come on. And Healing Light does looks about 667 health. Alright, there we go. Idle down. Alright, I'm gonna get full mana, full endurance, and we're gonna attempt the Avatar War. Alright, here we go. So everything looks to be good. Let's do one more check on our buffs here, just to make sure we got everything. Now we have 4 stuns. That's a little extra healing, so that's, I feel like that's gonna be beneficial. I could probably put another stun in there, in all honesty. But I think we're going to hold off on that for now. Let's just see how this goes. So here we go. There's the avatar. Let's just fight him right here. Alright, I'm going to get a screenshot of this. Alright, he's not even doing any damage to us yet. Alright, perfect. Oh, jeez. 2,000 in a single round. Oh my god. Alright, let's stone stance. Let's lower this damage for a second here. I'm gonna get a screenshot. Alright, Avatar is at 95, 94. Alright, let's start working on our burns here once stone stance falls off, right? I'm afraid to do rage, in all honesty. Alright, Thunder Kick. Deceased. So each of these stuns is going to heal us for a little bit, which can crit up to 1,300, I guess, which is nice because we only have 11,000 hit points. Throw a life in there. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a long fight. Let's see here. Thunder Kick is still up. I think we should do Cleaving Rage next. Yeah. He's harder to cast in melee with than anything else. He's interrupting me way more. There you go. Avatar is at 83%. Oh my gosh. Alright, Cleaving Rage. Sucks I have to like stop to melee, or just stop to heal every so often because he is just chunking through my health extremely fast. As soon as Stone Stance is up, we're going to do that again. Got 1 minute on that. Somehow we've healed ourselves up. Oh, and then we lost it all trying to heal. Alright. We're good. We're good. Gotta heal. Trying to see what we got going on here. Yeah, we're going to do a heal. 2 heals, I guess, and then Inner Flame. Avatar is, oh geez. Avatar is at 66%. There we go. Inner Flame is gone. We're at 38% mana. He's just, this is just way too much damage that I can't mitigate. There we go, we got an exceptional heal. Let's do Battle Cry now. If we can, we can't even click Battle Cry. I guess it's because I already have 100 hands or something. Oh, I don't have any endurance. I've already burned all my endurance. Oh my gosh. That means I can't Stone Stance either. Yeah, I can't even Stone Stance. Alright. Avatar is at 55%. Yeah, I don't think we're killing Avatar today. Wow. I don't even know. More damage obviously would help lower him faster, but like this is a lot of damage. And I have no endurance. That is I did not expect. Avatar is at 47%. We're at 20% mana. That's way lower. It's like this is so much more damage. Yeah. Oof. I'm gonna use my blessing of piety. Didn't even do anything. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're gonna lay hands just to save a little man here at there. I mean, it's not that it matters in any sense of the word. I think there's a heal over time component to Leo hands. Yeah, so we got 30 seconds of a little bit of extra heals, but Avatar is at 37%. I don't think we're bringing this home. Maybe Savage Spirit will do something for us. We don't have any endurance, so there we go. Still at 16% mana. Our health is staying up because we had Lay of Hands kind of keeping it going there, but Avatar is at 30%. Like, we need more stuns. I think there's literally like one more stun maybe would help. I don't know. Alright, I'm out of mana. I'm out of health. Let's do this. DA. Alright, that gives us a second breather here. Direct damage, stun. Holy Might. Grab that, throw that where Mind is. We might be able to. No. This is it. This is end. I got nothing. Yeah. All right. Well, that was a good boss run. Obviously, we died to Tormax, but we also we recovered and we finished everything else for progression. There. That was way too much damage. I just don't even know what. I don't even know what I can do to fix it. So. There we go. That's our first boss run. Definitely we will revisit that in the next boss run video for this guy. And we'll do Kale first. I'm gonna level up to 60 and get some more AAs and go from there. But thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.